Hi guys, welcome back into another video. So I do have my son with me, so I'm sorry if you hear his little noise. He just woke up from a nap, and yeah, this is mommy life. So I just wanted to come on here to share my experience of how I became a data analyst, and I hope that this video will inspire anyone that's trying to get into IT using, going into the data analyst route, or having difficulty to get a second call back for a second round of interview, or you probably made it to the final round and you just keep hearing no. I want to say I feel your pain. I've been there. This is why I'm making this video, just to inspire and encourage anyone that's going through it, or that's thinking about getting into data analyst. I just wanted to share my experience. So I started getting into IT. I started thinking about IT about 2 years ago, almost 2 years now. So then I started doing my research. I started researching because I didn't want to just get in it, because I didn't know like what route I want to take, because IT is very broad. So I wanted to know like what route should I go, but at the time I had zero knowledge. So my husband, who was already into it, he was like, oh, I think you should get into data analytics, because it's like one of the simplest way to get in. It's easy. It doesn't require much from you. He said from there on you can make your way up. So I started like doing research on like the courses that should take, the certifications you need. I went on Indeed. I started looking at job descriptions, like what skills are they requiring and things like that. And I also reached out to a few of our friends who are in IT that I know can give me the advice that I needed on how to even start. So of course they gave me insight on how to start, the courses that I should take, and then I started researching the self route, because I wanted to go the self-taught route, because I didn't want to go to school, because I already have a bachelor's degree. I did not want to go to, because honestly, like, you don't really need a degree for IT. They look at experience the most. You do need a degree, but your degree is the last thing they really look at. Like, they look at experiences the most. So I was like, I don't want to go back to school just to, get certifications when I can go the cheaper route. So I did a research. A friend of mine helped me on, picking out, like help me with courses that he think I should take. And I looked for those courses on sale, because trust me, those courses are very expensive. One of them is Excel, Microsoft Excel. A lot of positions in IT required Microsoft Excel skills. Even, I'll say even admin positions, they require you to have some type of Excel skills. So I took 3 levels of Excel. I took the basic, intermediate, and the advanced Excels. I took SQL, took Microsoft Access, I took Python. So I have all of those, right? So after taking all these courses, some of them I didn't finish. I won't lie to you guys. Some of them I didn't finish, but the main ones that I needed, I got the certifications. And of course I was watching videos on YouTube just to sharpen in my skills, because after you take the classes, you don't want to just stop there, because what if they ask you technical questions that you don't know? So you constantly have to watch videos to refresh your memory, to sharpen your skills. A lot of YouTube videos, let's say a lot of videos on Excel, on YouTube, on how to clean data. They have like practice files attached in the description box. You can just download them and follow along with the videos. So I was doing a whole lot of that too, just to sharpen my skills. And then from there on, I started applying to jobs. Like, literally, when I tell you guys, I applied to over 500 jobs, close to 1,000, maybe more than 1,000. I will put on the screen how many jobs that I applied to. Just on LinkedIn alone, right? And mind you, LinkedIn was not my main job search platform. I used Indeed the most, and I also used Dice. So I applied, I'm positive, more than positive, I applied to over, or if not over, at least 1,000 jobs. I was applying anywhere between 15 to 20 jobs in the morning, 15 to 20 jobs at night. So, and mind you, I started getting interviews and I was feeling so good. There were times, my husband can testify to this. There were times I had 3-4 interviews a day. I would schedule one in the morning at 9 a.m. I would schedule one at like 10. I would schedule one at like 12. Like I would give myself 2 hours between each interview. And like, I was so happy that I was getting interviews. That means, you know, there's something good. That's, you know, you feel good about yourself. The fact that you're getting callbacks, you're getting callback, you're getting email back about first, second round, third round interviews. You know, I started feeling really good after each interview, and I would say to myself, oh, I feel like I'm going to get a call back by next week, or I feel like I'm going to get a job offer by next week, or even by the end of the month. And then the end of the month will come, nothing. And that started happening like for over a year. I became so stressed out. And mind you, I was heavily pregnant. I became so stressed out. I was like, what is going on? Like, I just need a job. Like at the time, I did not want to go back to my education teaching job. So I wanted a fully remote job that can also allow me to raise my children. So, are you okay? So I wanted a job that can also allow me to raise my children. So that's why I started applying to, I only applied to remote jobs because I was like, I don't want a job that's going to allow me to go in the office, because my husband and I just moved, you know, we just moved from where we were living. We moved to a whole different city. So here we don't have like a babysitter around us. Where we were before, I have my grandmother. She was my babysitter, but here we don't have babysitter around us. So it was just us. So I'm like, it would be nice to have a job where I can work from home and raise him, because the toddler, he's in daycare. He goes to daycare school, so he's good. But with him, he's like, oh, he's 4 months. He's not even 4 months yet. He'll be 4 months in a week. So I'm like, he's too young, you know? And at the time, I didn't even have him yet. I was just planning in my head, or like, I want to have a job where I can work from home and allow me to raise my kids. So like I said, I kept applying, kept having interviews after interviews, no callback, no nothing. I became so stressed. Oh my God, so stressed, so depressed. I started losing faith. I started like thinking about giving up, and my husband was just pushing me. He was like, don't give up. Because I remember when my husband was trying to get into IT too, it almost took him a year or two to find a job. And but you know, he's a guy. My husband is very optimistic. So he's always, you know, he's very optimistic, and he doesn't stress over anything. If one thing doesn't work, he just find another solution for it. Like if one job doesn't work, he just keep applying, and he's fine. But with me, it's like, I kept asking myself, what is it? What's going on? Is this a spiritual thing or like, you know, because we're Africans, and once something doesn't go your way for so long, we start thinking the spiritual aspect of it. So then there's this Nigerian pastor named Pastor Nathaniel Basi. I believe that's how you say his last name. I'm sure if you're African watching this video, you know who I'm talking about. So he always have this quarterly, is it quarterly? Yes, quarterly, every 3 months. He had this quarterly prayer called Hallelujah Challenge. So this time that he announced that he was going to do it, I was so looking forward to it. I was like, I'm going to dedicate this time to pray to God about a job offer, because I really wanted a job offer. And I always, you know, every now and then in the past, when he has this challenge, I used to be part of it, but I was never consistent through the whole time. So this time I commit myself. I was like, you know what, I'm going to take God serious. I'm going to take myself serious, and, you know, just be intentional and just pray about this specific prayer in my life, which is a job offer. So every night during the prayer, he would instruct us to write down our gratitude, things we're thankful for, and then he would tell us to write down our expectations, things that we're expecting from God. And how kid you not, every single day my expectation, the number one list was a job offer, or a miracle. I'll put either a job offer or a miracle a job offer, a miracle. So the prayer was 14 days. I missed one day because it was my aunt's surprise birthday, but I watched the video later. So, but the rest of the 13 days, like, I was consistent, right on time. I had an alarm and everything. Like, I was consistent. I was praying. There was even a couple of nights, I think it was like 2 nights, where he instructed us to dress as a job, as what, like, let's say if you're a nurse, you're applying for a nursing job, you wear your nursing uniform while you're praying. So what I did was I wore like a blazer as if I got the job, and I did that. And at the end of the prayer, I felt really, really good. Like towards the end of the prayer, I felt really good. I was like, you know what? I'm very optimistic, and I know God is gonna do it. I'm putting it in His hand, and I know God will never fail me, and He hasn't failed me yet. So I say like the day before the offer, no, the day before the end of the program, I got an email, right, from a specific job that I had made it to the final round of the job. And this final round, I thought I really was going to get this job, and I really wanted it because the benefit was good and everything. And I got a email from, no, I had before that final day, I'll say about a week before that, I reached out to the job because I made it to the final round, and then I reached out to them a couple of days later, and they told me that I didn't get the job. I came in second place. I was so devastated. I was so sad. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm doing this prayer. I'm trusting in God. I know God's going to do it. He's going to open the door. So like towards the end of this prayer, I 2 days towards the end of the prayer, I got an email from the same company asking me if I'm still interested in the job because the person that they offered the job to failed the background check. What do you think I said? Of course. I was like, yes, of course, I'm interested. I showed the email to my husband. I was so happy. I was like, yes, this is a breakthrough. I'm finally getting a job after like a year, 7 months, almost 2 years of me looking for a job. I was like, this is my breakthrough. So I responded to the email. I was like, yes, I'm interested. I'm still available. And a couple of days later, I got an email back from them, and they requested some information to run my background check, to not fingerprint, drug tested. I did all of that. I passed both. And the funny thing is, let me tell you guys how good God is. This job that gave me an offer, I ended up not even taking this job because I had a better offer right after that. Like that job was just a breakthrough for me. And so I just wanted to share that to say, no matter how many no's you get from job interviews, just don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the word of God, because if you're a Christian and you believe in God, whatever His promises to you, His promises to you, He will keep His promises to you. So I just wanted to say, let's not give up on ourselves. Let's not give up on God. Just keep the faith. Continue to apply. Continue to apply. I promise you, I'm a living testimony of this. Like my husband would tell you, my part-time job, I'll say a full-time job. After taking care of my kids, I would be on the computer all day applying to jobs, all day. Literally, sometimes I would be on the computer in the morning for like 2 hours, in the afternoon, a whole bunch of hours, at night, a whole bunch of hours. I was applying to jobs left and right. So don't give up. Keep taking job interviews. Keep applying. God will see you through. So this is my testimony. I just wanted to share with you. I hope you inspire anyone. No matter how hard the journey looks, no matter how impossible it looks, God will see you through. Let me tell you, there's a saying that said, if your dreams doesn't scare you, that means they're not big enough. So if it doesn't seem impossible, that means it's not big enough. So like for me, going into IT seemed so impossible at the beginning because I'm like, I had no knowledge in this. What am I doing? Like, am I even gonna make it? But like now that I'm in it, it's so easy. Like my husband, I tell my husband this all the time. Like, of course my job, like right now we're off season. Like my workload is very slow. My job is very slow. But even I believe in myself. Like even when the season picks up, like I love what I do. Like I love it. Like I love it. I don't have nobody to stress me. I'm working in the comfort of my home, taking care of my child, raising my child. This is the best that could happen, and I'm so grateful to God. And I just pray that this video inspire, motivate anybody that's watching it. If you guys have any question about what everything mentioned or anything mentioned, you guys can either write them in the comment section, or I'll put my Instagram in the description box. You can just send me a DM. The fastest way to get a response back from me is Instagram DM, because I'm always on Instagram and my Instagram notifications are on. So if the app is closed, I get the notifications. So Instagram is the fastest way to get a response back from me. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching this video. As you guys can see, it took me over a year to get back on YouTube because I had a child, I was pregnant, I was going through so much. But thank you guys for keeping up with me. I truly appreciate you guys. And I will be back with another video soon. Bye-bye.